imagine, this is the crazy thing about life. There's a parallel universe out there where he was Han Solo.
Oh hell
like,
yeah, man!
What does that mean? What does that mean for Harrison Ford? Does he become Indiana Jones? Probably not. Because Burt Reynolds,
you're right. Yeah.
Burt Reynolds would probably be Indiana Jones.
Oh man, Burt Reynolds is Indiana Jones. Hey, yeah,
I think
kind of like that.
Basically, as popular as he was today, that would have been.
Why'd it have to be snakes?
Because Harrison Ford still shows up in movies now.
What are their armor? What armor are they wearing? Am I able to see that?
What?
What armor are they wearing, the lizardmen?
I don't know. They're wearing armor.
9 on perception. No, I'm not gonna see shit.
I mean, they're trying to stab you. You don't really have time to think about what armor they're wearing.
Well, no, this is because it involves my one of my things that I have potential to cast.
I don't know.
Because if they get a disadvantage on saves if wearing heavy armor.
I will be nice and tell you that they are not wearing armor. They're wearing their lizard skin.
Okay.
Natural armor, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's something reptiles do.
But they are wearing skin. They are wearing shields. So they have a +1.
Technically holding shields.
Yes, wearing.
Shields were +2.
Shields are +2.
Are they? Oh. Whatever. Yeah. So they have an
Can
AC.
confirm.
They have an AC of 15. I know that's not relevant, but basically natural armor is 13 plus the 2, so that's how you got it.
Super duper, mister.
Alright. Fuck this room.
I like the sounds of that, dude. Do it. Blow up the room.
Fuck this room.
Fuck this couch, nigga. Fuck your couch.
Dude, fuck this room is basically what Jocko was saying that whole fight.
They have.
Yeah.
What weapons do they have?
We don't know. Yeah, fuck this room.
Okay, thunderclap. Okay.
Do I do a save?
Oh yeah, you have to save, dude.
Dexterity?
I don't know. What is it?
It's Constitution.
Constitution. 22. Nice. So you save. You take half damage. What's the damage roll?
I'm rolling that now. 8d6. Here we go. 29.
So 14. 1, 2, 3. What's the save?
12.
12. They all save except for one. So, what do we say? 14?
14 for half.
14. 14. 14. And this one takes 29. He is dead.
Yeah.
My turn. Just a quick.
Yeah.
The guys that were in the upstairs room increase their health points by 2 additional points.
Why?
Because I get equal to 2 health points plus the spell level with the Disciple of Life, and I left off the spell level.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, Ezekiel.
I'm at max. I'm good.
There's an 18 hit.
18 does. We just said they had a 15 AC, so yep.
So 4 damage plus Orcus.
No, he's dead.
Oh, okay. Next person.
Yeah, these guys aren't as strong as the other ones. So I'm assuming you're moving there. 21 to hit or 12 to hit? No.
Yeah.
That one misses. Lizard people.
And wait 1 sec. Just animate the lizard back to life that I killed to attack his friend over here.
To attack that one.
When I cast a wild magic surge, that's 10 feet around me. Does that mean it's in a sphere?
And I take 4 damage.
Have fresh greens all around them.
That's what's on the ceiling.
So he kills this one. He bites it and it dies.
Then it dies.
Yep, and then it dies again. Okay, lizard folk's turn. This guy's gonna see what's going on. He says, "Do any of you speak Draconic?"
I do.
I do. Hello.
I do.
No. The two in the room.
Yes, I think is what I heard.
You both do. So the lizard folk says, "Ah, fuck this shit," and he runs away. You will get an opportunity. Yes, yeah, you will get an opportunity on him.
Oh, fucking nail his ass. Oh.
28. Yep, with a 16. Oh, he's dead.
He's dead and dead.
He turns his back to
try, bitch.
He turns his back to you like a pussy, and you just fucking chop him up.
What weapons do they have?
They have clubs.
I take their clubs and their shields.
Damn! Okay. Don't leave anything for me.
Well, hold on. Let's see. How many of them are actually gonna have clubs?
That actually sounds like something you would do, Rote.
I know, right?
They have spiked shields, by the way. So you're gonna find 2 spike shields and 3 heavy clubs.
2 spike shields.
Oh, heavy clubs are underrated, man. Heavy clubs are man. If you got a fucking 2-handed fighter, fighter type, dude, hell yeah.
Okay.
Should I investigate their body or search their body for any knickknacks or anything like that?
Nothing comes up.
Paddywhack.
Right, these guys are just.
Give a dog a bone.
Oh, in the room?
Yeah.
Let's see. Hold on.
Any goods from the rest of anybody?
I'm trying to see if there's anything specifically listed for this part of the campaign. Just give me 1 second.
Since he did Thunderclap, I'm guessing the boxes would be broken. Do we see anything of value?
That is true.
No, the midget lady took all the valuable stuff.
No, she took 3 boxes.
3 of the cultists, boxes. There's other people's boxes here too.
I'm guessing some of them would have some weapons. Or gold. Or weapons and gold.
Okay, so you find, you see okay, so I'm gonna retcon something here. Before the last lizard folk dies, when he was attempting to run away, you both noticed that he was attempting to run away towards the trapdoor. So it obviously doesn't change much, but you just need to know that information. As far as what's actually in this room, you realize that there isn't anything of value in this room other than the crates that were recently put here. Right. You also notice some recent, now that you realize there's a trapdoor there, you also realize that there's what looks like kind of like drag marks on the floor near the trapdoor. So you both piece this together, and you basically figure out that yes, while the room is a secured room and it may house some valuables, you kind of get the impression that there's more or less this is just a way station for where the valuables are actually taken.
Does somebody need to change the battery in their smoke alarm?
No, that's a cricket. Sorry.
I will talk to Root and tell him, hey, do your little psychic thing upstairs, tell him to come down here, and let's go in this fucking hole.
He has to be able to see us.
Yeah. I have to see them. So you can go upstairs, and I can look inside.
I'll go with you, because you are not that strong on
No, but I can disappear
combat.
from enemies, from their visual sight.
Yeah, well, last time that I turned my back on you, I got knocked out. So no, thank you. I'm going behind you.
That wasn't my fault. All right, me and the little gnome had to do our thing. You didn't need to see that.
Yep, I noticed that there's some boxes missing. I'm not missing out on treasure. Would I have noticed?
Yeah, would he have noticed the boxes?
What's happening?
Because when he walked in, he walked over to the crate that was nailed onto the trapdoor. You didn't really, perceive the room.
Then I did a strength check to open up one of the crates that had a marking on them that you would have probably taken.
Right, but when you woke up, they were gone.
Yeah, and so, all he's saying is he's noticing that they're gone.
Oh, yeah. He would notice they were gone.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm going down with our little sneaky thief.
All right, well, I mean...
He's going to be in the front.
I'm going to be in the front.
Okay. So you guys go through the tunnel. And you pop up.
While we're doing this, is there any lighting in the tunnel?
Yes, there are torches. So there are dimly, small lit torches along the way to guide you through.
I also have dark vision.
You guys go through the tunnel into a dense stand of trees and brush at the edge of the Mirror of the Dead Men. You don't really find anything much. Give me some investigation rolls. There's nothing obvious. You just kind of pop out at this little spot.
Damn.
Okay. So, Mental, you kind of piece together that from looking around, seeing the drag marks from the crates, and wagon marks and yada yada, you kind of piece together that this is a staging area. Whatever the cultists are smuggling through this building this is kind of like a drop point. They drop the goods here and somebody comes along and picks up whatever they drop off, or maybe they stage the stuff here and then they bring it to another location.
Question, is this north?
What?
Hold on. You're talking through two guys.
Is this north?
There you go. Is this north?
Yes. Going through the cave, did we go north, south, east, or west?
It doesn't say.
Just said we went through the cave.
You're just on the edge of the Mirror of the Dead Men. Well, closer to Neverwinter.
I mean, basically, if we went outside and tried to go back to this location, we would be able to pretty much guess where it was by how far we walked.
No, you would have no idea.
So we have no idea how to get back to the hut.
Other than going back through the cave.
So here's what I'm saying. You follow this tunnel for 550 something feet, I believe it was. You you climb up a ladder through a trap door, and now you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we went north, I know, hey, I need to walk south to get back to the hut. If we went south, I say to myself, oh, I need to go north to get back to the hut.
No, because the tunnel's not completely straight. There's twists and turns and up and down and... Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, what I'm getting at here is that
it's not relevant to the story.
This whole thing, this whole place that you guys have discovered is not necessarily relevant. You're getting pieces of the puzzle, but this isn't something that's actually... Maybe having knowledge of it may be relevant later on, but there isn't anything that's going to occur here that's relevant.
Well, I was thinking to myself that me and Sneaky Boy, we could...
Sneaky Boy.
You could what?
You cut out Mental.
Mental?
Hello.
And he's dead. So apparently he was thinking that him and Sneaky Boy could die. Which I could definitely arrange. Oh. Alright, Mental's on his phone now. Hello, Mental?
Basically what I was saying is we could hide in crates.
You kind of get the feeling that without knowing a way to signal either knowing a way to signal the people that you have a drop ready, or the fact that they're supposed to use that point to actually bring them to a location, you don't know the other location. So you're not confident enough that you could do like a Trojan horse kind of strategy here.
Okay.
Basically, what you're just, at this point, you're collecting more and more information. You now know that this location is being used by the cult to smuggle goods. What goods exactly, you don't really know. Could be a myriad of different things, and potentially it looks like the wagon marks are going towards Neverwinter, so apparently there might be some kind of I don't know, maybe the King of Neverwinter is colluding with the cult. We don't know. You just know that shit's being smuggled, and it's being smuggled toward Neverwinter. Cool. Maybe the king has no idea what's going on. Who knows?
We can go back, and do we find anything of value in the room? Do you want me to roll like a d20 and Whatever number we find something value.
There really isn't anything of value in there because, as the lore of the story says, it's basically used for the smuggling. It's also used to store the valuable stuff that the caravan people would have stored in there because they can't lock their rooms. And
Yeah.
you haven't completed your first night yet, so they would have turned in their stuff before they went to bed.
Okay, so we head back and go upstairs and see all the
So you
destruction.
go.
Also, how much experience do we get for those 4 things?
Yes, that I do have to calculate. The lizard folks. Actually,
I think it would just balance out.
They're not worth anywhere near what the other ones were worth, so we'll just say that by you gaining the same XP they did, that's equal enough.
Okay.
We're
right.
literally talking that like everybody would get 50 more XP. It's so negligible it's not even worth mentioning.
All right. Well, while upstairs, is there any
Mm-hmm.
pedestrians or civilians in the room with us?
They're all hiding in the corner.
Or dead.
The laborers.
But they are in the room.
Yeah.
Or they're dead.
They're all
two
huddled.
fireballs.
They're all huddled in the corner over here behind Boglock and the commander of the laborers.
I'm gonna see if any of them need healed.
Okay. Yeah, some of them have burn wounds, and a lot of them are scared out of their mind.
All right.
Do we make it back by this time?
Yeah, you guys are back up there now.
I would like to take any of their weapons.
There is nothing left in this room. Everything has been melted to a crisp. In fact, I'm honestly surprised that the building hasn't collapsed yet. 3 fireballs in one room.
Okay, while I'm healing people, I'm going to be telling them to get out of the room because like it's becoming unstable.
I grab some alcohol before I leave.
Okay.
When we get back, how much time has passed?
When you get back, how much time has passed?
Yes.
There was 4 or 5 rounds of combat. So,
approximately 10 minutes.
Like maybe 5 minutes.
Okay, so then there's no time to revive one of those people and interrogate them.
I mean, well, you have to remember too. You did travel down the tunnel twice.
No, that's what I was asking.
So that's 1,000 feet of movement.
That's what I was asking. Yeah.
Yeah, so it probably took you, I would say, 5 or 10 minutes to walk down it, and then another 5 or 10 to walk back.
Unless you're a monk.
So, I would say, arguably, let's say 20 minutes. 20 minutes have passed.
Since you left the room upstairs.
Since you left the room upstairs. So, you're probably looking at a net loss of like 10 minutes.
Yep.
So everyone in the room has been dead for about 10 minutes.
That's good.
Laryl, give me an perception check. Okay. Well, Laryl, give me a investigation roll.
29.
Yay! Alright, so you find the corpse of the lady that pissed you off and tried to kill you and all this shit. And you for some reason start rifling around in her clothing. And you get a key. And you take that key all the way over here to this room up here. Ta-da! And you go inside, and it looks like a normal room, but you get the suspicion that you should try to search it. So you toss the place, like jail cell style, and you find a creaky floorboard, and you lift it up, and you pull out a personal bag containing 6 polished gems and easily concealed items of jewelry, altogether worth about 1,400 gold pieces.
Oh, we're buying a castle.
You see a name. You see you see a name engraved on the bag, and it says Larian Keenblade.
Damn.
Larian Keenblade was a thief among the cultists. And she was not only stealing from the cultists, but also trying to pin it on you as well.
What a cunt!
Yeah. So not only did she accuse you of murder, but meanwhile, between Waterdeep and this place, she was stealing from other cultists and then blaming it on you.
So this bitch is dead, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you fucking killed her.
Okay, that was the bitch challenged me to a duel. Okay.
Yes.
She fucked up.
Yeah, she fucked up because she didn't know you were gonna roll in that 20. Now I do want to make something extremely clear here, metagaming wise. There is very clear instructions for the DM as far as that encounter, that if certain criteria are met, if certain criteria are not met, she will not call for reinforcements. The fact that you damaged her so quickly is one of the factors that triggered her to do so. If she somehow ended up besting you in the duel, it is specifically, and this is the really fucked up part, in the campaign it's specific in the DM text that says, if she drops you to 0 HP, she will continue to stab you until your character is dead, and no players are allowed to interact with this from happening.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this module's like, let's just TPK everything.
Well, I think what they're trying. So from a story perspective, this lady is looking for vengeance. For that, you know, they are truly under the impression that this person murdered their friend. They don't know that Jamna actually did it. So, well, only you know that Jamna actually committed the murder. If you remember back, the whole reason this happened was because Jamna broke into the cart to see what they were carrying, and while she was in there was a guard that happened to wander in while she was in there. And she had no choice but to kill him, because no one can know that she was in the cart.
And I think I rolled a nat 1 on persuasion.
Yeah, and Laryl had a terrible roll, so he was the one that was accused, and they wanted vengeance. So, I think in a story way, it kind of makes sense. Especially because, again, the idea of this part of the module is that you guys are undercover. This module isn't really curtailed for there to be some huge major brawl like we just had. So
I'm still undercover. I was healing everybody.
But what I'm saying is,
me and Root are undercover.
What I'm saying is, you guys would be trying to stay as inconspicuous as possible. You wouldn't really get involved in a brawl between two people. And this person being stabbed to death really wouldn't bother anybody because you guys are just laborers from Waterdeep. No, like, you know what I mean?
But we kick ass.
It's kind of supposed to be I think it's supposed to be one of those moments where it's like, you know, being in your character's shoes, it's like you're watching your friend be literally killed right in front of you, and you're powerless to do anything about it because it's kind of like one of those greater good moments where you can't blow your cover, you kind of, you know what I mean? That's how.
Well, Jaka could also kind of play it off as I saw 13 people attack one guy, so I cast Fireball.
No. But remember, I said that for you to be murdered and killed and not allowed to interact, it would only be if she bested you in 1-to-1 combat. The 13 people showing up wouldn't have happened in that scenario.
Okay.
So if she beat you, your character would be gone.
Basically,
so if she beat unless I came back,
I could have killed her without reinforcements ever showing up.
Yes. Like I said, there are certain conditions that she calls reinforcements. One of those being if she loses more than X amount of hit points in one turn. And you almost killing her,
smash her,
and you smashing her in the face on the first turn.
Hardcore.
Yeah. So
that
you
was
want to
epic
bring on
as
death?
fuck, though.
It was, but like I said, so I just thought that was kind kind of an interesting metagame story thing that they have written in here, where
That's
it's
funny.
like, where it's like, yeah, they literally write in a actual PC being killed, not just
Being
unconscious,
mutilated.
but being murdered as part of the story.
Murder-lated.
Dude, that could not have worked better though. How I'm trying to be humble, I get stabbed, and then I like talk shit in like a hardcore way, and then I nat 20.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, can you imagine if he had a critical rolled on that? Like
Right.
nat 1. Like
Like,
you yell, you bitch, and then you slip and fall on a banana peel.
I just like, if you want death, then I will oblige, and then just nat 20 right after that.
Hell yeah.
Like, hey, I tried to be peaceful, but you fucked up. Wham.
Yeah, those were epic. Those were epic.
All right.
Great
So
fucking
what
scenes
happens the
tonight.
next day?
Oh, was there any valuables left on any of the 35 people we killed?
17. 13.
I'm sorry, what happened?
Was there any valuables left on any of the people upstairs?
He already said the people were burnt to a crisp. There's nothing left.
Yeah, there's nothing left. That room is completely destroyed.
Even their weapons, since
Oh,
they're
yeah.
metal.
They were melted by fireball.
Three
fireballs.
Sorry.
People were killed
I'm
by
so
those
sorry.
fireballs, so yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
All right. So you guys
Good work,
regroup.
Jaka.
You guys regroup.
Fire.
I guess I should ask, do you guys attempt to put the fire out, or are you going to let this place burn to the ground?
Yes, let's try to put the fire out.
Okay.
Yeah, let's put the fire out.
Alright,
Ray of
so-
Frost. Ray of Frost all over
So
everything.
you guys
It's
put the
freezing
fire out.
now it's all frozen.
All right.
Frozen fire.
Everybody is going to go down to the locked room, or the stronghold. Story-wise, whether somebody, I don't know if you were planning on telling the party about the tunnel or not, but story-wise, everyone knows about the tunnel.
Okay.
So
yeah,
everybody,
hey,
so you
tunnel.
tell everybody about the tunnel and basically what you guys learned, which is basically that it's being used for smuggling, and as your mission is to figure out what's going on with the
Cult of the Dragon Horde.
with the Cult of the Dragon, you're going to explore that tunnel and see where it goes and see what you can figure out after that. So,
Which we already did.
no, not necessarily. Well, yes, you did, but no. The story continues on from going through the tunnel, and then you guys will make some rolls and maybe spot some things as a party. I couldn't continue the story without everyone being there.
Could.
So, the only thing the party does not know, now everybody does know that the crates from the cult were brought into the warehouse. They probably knowing, because everybody knows what's inside the crates, they know that they would probably, the logical option would be to have them stored in here. So, I'm going to anticipate here, I'm not trying to steer the story, but is somebody going to ask about the crates at this point? Because you guys are going to get in here, there's not going to be any crates.
I'm going to ask, being one of the members
What's in the
just came into the room,
crates? What's
Hey,
in
guys.
the
What's in the
crates?
box? What's in the box?
where'd all the valuables go?
They're here.
Get it on the
Where?
floor because of thunder wave.
No, there's no valuables in the room.
Well, there's the other valuables of other people.
So let's go
No,
back down.
those
to the
aren't in
cave.
there.
No, the valuables that were brought over.
He's talking about the cult treasure.
Yeah, where's the cult treasure?
The
That we need to
cargo.
return.
They could have taken it off. There is that
Yeah.
secret hatch
Probably
with
down
dragon
this
marks.
cave.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
If you want to play that game, I'm going to cast Zone of Truth.
No, you're not. That's metagaming, Charlie. You have no.
What?
You have no. Okay.
Look,
have
Yeah.
no
he's being pretty
reason.
defensive.
You have no reason to assume that Rote is being deceptive, and you're all in the same party. You're all on the same team.
You're gonna take my word.
You're tracking the cult. You're all
Hey,
playing for
Clerk.
the same team here.
Okay,
Yeah, let's
Fair.
not do too much.
When I got knocked
interplay.
out, Rope magically those 3 boxes went away, and he didn't tell me why. You ask him why.
Hey, why did 3 crates magically disappear? when
We're
he got
gonna
knocked
say
out?
that Mental has no recollection of that.
How did Mental get knocked out?
He doesn't know he was knocked out.
I woke up.
How do you not know you did
Chloroform, man. It's a hell of a thing.
Okay,
Pressure
why do
points.
you? I taste copper.
So look, because I have to uphold the integrity of the storyline here. So you guys all know okay, so let's lay out what is transgressed. Your whole mission is to get as much information on the cult. You know what the cult's trying to do. They're trying to raise Tiamat to take over the world. You guys are obviously against that. You've signed up with the Harpers and somebody else. I can't remember the other group that basically
Probably about 5 other groups.
But you do have to understand also
Mhm.
that my cleric, being the level of good he is, he
Yep.
takes into account the actions of each individual member of the group. And I've seen Rote go off on his own to talk to shady characters, come back with mystery items, loot dead corpses, and it didn't bother him. Like, my character's starting to understand that Rote might not be the best character.
Right. Okay.
So I'm starting to question
I
his
understand
integrity.
that. I understand that, but we're not. I don't think you're quite at that point yet. You think he's shady, but he hasn't done anything directly.
Yeah,
to
because isn't Rhodes' character
form
also the one that's
distrust.
like converting and stuff?
No, that's Larold.
That's
Oh, that's
the
Larold.
barbarian.
Oh,
So you guys are all working for the
Oh,
same group.
sorry.
You're on this mission. You're still technically on the mission because
Look,
you're supposed to be tracking the cargo, and the cargo was put in the room, in the warehouse. Now, you can logically assume that it was put behind the giant locked door because it's the cultist stuff, and they're obviously not going to want people going through it. Rote informs you that this locked room now has a trap door that leads potentially towards Neverwinter. So you're gonna take that at face value and say, well, shit. They must have, while we were working on the road today, they probably moved the treasure through the tunnel to somewhere else. Right? That's reasonable, right?
Yep.
Like I said, you might think Rote is shady, but at this point, it's not like he's tried to stab everybody in the party in the back or tried to steal from somebody in the party or given you a direct reason to mistrust him. You may think he's shady, but at this point you still think he's at least being on the level somewhat with you. I mean, realistically, there's no way that he's just hiding 3 giant crates of treasure from you.
It's hidden in my hay, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's hidden in his backpack for sure. So, at this point, that's what we're gonna go with. The story will be that the treasure was taken through the tunnel and has been transported somewhere. We don't know where. We just know that it's continued its journey. Now, in reality, the Zentarium has reclaimed that by now. Jamna is on her way with the treasure, and we'll see what ramifications that has. I'm still kind of a little fuzzy on whether that's going to have to be retconned or not, but that's what we're going to go with for the story so far. Just being honest, like I said, with how this is kind of structured, it ties in nicely, but we'll see what happens.
Would we be able to tell if all the cultists that were in the caravan that came here, or if they're among the dead, or if there are some missing?
Yes. So you know that all the cultists that came in on the wagons are dead because they're the ones that attacked you. You do, however, know from Rote previously when you first got here that the guy working here is also part of the cult because of the symbol that he saw on the scabbard. So
one of the guys I healed upstairs.
Yeah, the fucking half-orc guy, Guckluck or whatever his name was.
Why would you kill him?
Buglock.
Because to me, he wasn't a bad guy. He was just injured during a brawl.
He signaled, "Hey, everyone, get up and beat the
well,
fuck
whether
out of this dude."
he might not have noticed that or not, who knows? But
yeah, my friend,
moral
the
of the
barbarian,
story
was
here
being
is that
mauled.
everybody you showed up with is dead. Larold found his treasure, and potentially the treasure has been moved. So the treasure has been moved, and you guys are continuing your journey to track it down. So
we go to work
everybody,
tomorrow?
huh?
Everyone ready for a long day of work tomorrow with no assistance?
Right? We just killed the work crew.
Oh no, you guys are leaving.
Alright.
So you guys are.
We're fired.
Yeah,
Is Rote gonna tell us that guy was a member of the?
I already did.
you already did.
Right,
I
so-
don't think you can murder 13 people and catch the building on fire and still have a job.
Well,
We should have just let it burn.
What I was gonna say is we should question that guy.
Wasn't me. It wasn't
he
me.
doesn't.
Question him?
He doesn't
Okay.
know anything.
Well,
I'm
would-
telling
beat
you
the
right
crap out of
now,
him.
we're already a half hour past our end time.
well, I mean, we
he
could do
doesn't-
it next time, but
He's not. Well, I'm just trying to get us caught up to where we need to be so I can end the session where we need to be. And I'm telling you now that there's literally nothing in the campaign itself where he actually knows anything. He's just a low-level person that gets paid as a middleman to take in whatever the cult brings him and to move it along. That's it. That's all he knows. He doesn't know anything else. So if you decided to interrogate him, that's what you would find out.
I would take
There's
his stuff.
there's no substantial information to gain from interrogating him that would, be groundbreaking. All right, so everybody
What
goes
sword does he have in
through.
his scabbard?
What's that?
What sword does he have in his scabbard? I would take
A
that.
short sword.
I would
It's
like to
just a
take that.
regular. It's just a regular short sword.
Fine with that.
Huh?
I'm fine with that. So can I add one short sword to my stuff?
He's still
You
alive.
can. You attempt to take it, and it disintegrates into dust. And as the sword disintegrates into dust, he dies.
That Tiamat thing is weird, man.
You
Trying to
ask
get
your
stuff so that we can
you ask
sell.
your sorcerer to roll Arcana.
I'll roll
Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. That asked the sorcerer. I'm like, who the fuck is the sorcerer? Let's see here.
I mean,
You're a
there's only one
wizard, aren't you?
sorcerer.
Never mind.
Okay,
He
so it's
doesn't
a little-
know shit.
It's a little fuzzy for Buddha, but
My head is. I'm literally losing
Buddha,
my mind.
Buddha can tell you that what you just saw was the repercussions of a basic curse. It was like a binding spell.
Basic.
While
basic.
he was in contact with the sword, he was bound to the cult. And should the cult no longer need his services, his life would be over.
damn.
Damn.
No witnesses.
Damn.
They're the king of no witnesses.
I mean, they
Then
are.
I would check his room.
His
Does
room has
anything
been
of value
burned
happen?
down.
We
Stop trying to
stopped the fire.
steal shit.
Alright, guys, it's quitting time,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Well, I'm trying to get to the end, but Mental keeps pushing this forward here.
Mental, you're not even a thief.
Yeah. Mental, you're not getting any more stuff. Just end it.
No more.
You've
loot.
already gotten.
No
you've
more
already gotten
loot.
plenty of loot.
You're the only
All
one
right.
who's
I
actually
That's
got
awesome,
plenty
dude.
of loot.
Damn.
Jacket
All
is
right.
not for loot.
So the tunnel from the roadhouse emerges in a spot nearby that's screened by trees and brush from the camp, which you already know. As you approach through the tunnel, does anybody have a passive perception of 10 or more?
Of
I
what?
do.
Yes.
How do you see
7.
passive perception?
Yeah, my
Pretty
passive
sure.
perception is.
I'm pretty
11.
sure everyone should have higher.
What's passive perception?
I have 15.
Your
Wisdom,
passive perception.
Passive perception.
Well,
Where is
what
it?
is that? Where do I find
It's
it?
on the left
It's
side.
right,
Oh,
it's
mine
right
is
beneath.
10.
It's right beneath your charisma.
15.
It'll
Yep.
be.
I have 15.
Okay.
Basically,
So everybody
10
hears.
plus your wisdom.
Everybody
bonus.
hears
cricket.
growling. Yeah.
Sorry.
Growling and murmuring indistinctly. In Draconic.
Okay.
A
I
tra-
have 3 people here that can understand it.
from. Yeah, it doesn't actually tell me what they're saying.
I
You just
can-
hear
yeah,
you just
I
hear
can hear
very low murmuring and crickets. From
Goddamn
there
crickets.
a trail leads into the Mirror of Dead Men, where a mix of swamp denizens and cultists of the dragon vie for power at the ruins of Castle Niertar. Ooh, spooky. Spoopy. This stout stone castle was the home of a half-elf wizard, but he abandoned it long ago when the swamp claimed the area.
Good.
For a time, a group of astrologers called the Academy of Stargazers took over the structure, but they vanished mysteriously after a few years of inhabiting the castle. No one knows what became of them. Before the group's destruction, the members modified the castle by building an observatory into the top floor of the keep. Some of their magical viewing equipment is still accessible. Now, the Cult of the Dragon has moved people into Castle Nartir and formed shaky alliances with nearby swamp dwellers. But the surrounding swampland is far from under anyone's control. The cult brought lizard folk bullywogs and a pair of black dragons together in an unstable alliance in the area. But the factions are riven by deep distrust that outsiders can exploit. Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm definitely gonna exploit the little people.
Before we walked out, I did a religion roll to see if any of the people I healed wanted to donate any money to my god, so I could
They
keep
do
healing
not.
people.
These are poor laborers that have just watched you murder everybody.
I
Their
didn't.
job.
Always
100
looking
times
for that
harder.
Jedi.
I did the exact opposite. I helped everybody
You're-
except for the bad guys.
Guilty by association.
I got jumped by 13 people. What part of guilty is standing up for your friend that gets jumped by 13 people?
I don't know.
You know what? I didn't
Well,
hit
no,
anybody.
he's a pussy.
I didn't hit
But
anybody.
you are
and
a
one of the
pussy.
people in my group
We
attacked me
see
with
the barbarian
fireball
as a pussy.
3 times.
I didn't
Right.
attack you.
Okay,
I
yeah,
attacked the 13 enemies. It's not my fault you
I
got so close.
almost one-shotted a bitch and I'm the pussy. Okay.
Yep. I
Yep.
mean, hey man, that's what it says, alright?
I'm pretty sure that
alright,
if
I'm a
anybody's
pussy.
seen that go down, they would think that I was not a part of this group.
That was like the most hardcore shit ever, and everyone's like, that dude's a pussy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically, you did, go
Laryl, do
to
you know what
0
it
health
is?
points.
They look at it, they're watching you fight, and they're like, yeah, I've seen better. This guy's a pussy.
I could do it. I could do that.
My dad would have one-shotted that little bitch. You almost got beat up by a girl.
If they would have asked me to one fight him, I would have beat him. That's just me, though. And they didn't ask.
Right. Alright, so that's where we stop. You guys are gonna be exploring Castle Nartir and getting into some crazy shit, I guess.
You could always play tomorrow.
No, we can't.
Nah.
I already have a session tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. As long as Ted's out of the done with all the hospital stuff. I just sent you guys.
Yeah,
I
got
sent
a session
everybody a
tomorrow,
handout.
too.
Yep.
You guys got that?
Castle
What is that?
Narratar?
Castle?
That is the
Okay.
picture of Castle Nartir. So you can see, you got a castle. You got a friggin' the observatory up top with the telescope.
Wait, how are you pronouncing it?
I don't Nartir. I don't know how to
Was-
pronounce it, dude.
Narratar.
User
like that, because
disconnected
it's
from your
The
channel.
R at the end, AR.
Nah, I like Narratir better. Oh yeah.
Narratar.
He's the DM. He could call it
Yeah,
fucking
I'm the
Nectar
DM. I say it's
Castle.
Neartar. Fuck you. Hell yeah.
Narrator.
Narrator.
It's narrator. Never go full narrator.
Alright. Yeah, never go full narrator.